I'm Frank Blain from ExplorePeoria.com, and we are here on the banks of the Illinois River in the Hennepin wetlands with Brian Fox Ellis, storyteller, and you are currently producing with us a documentary, a independent film about the Illinois River. What brought you to this?
Well, I've been a huge fan of this river for many years, working on the Sprit of Peoria riverboat during the summer, part of the Clean Water Celebration, and working with the Sun Foundation. And all those things kind of came together. The Sun Foundation hired me a couple years ago to write a stage play about the Illinois River. And I used the format of a fake news mockumentary. Well, the stage play was so successful that the Sun Foundation wrote a grant through the Illinois EPA to turn this play based on a documentary into a real documentary. And our goal is to really celebrate the Illinois River, to get out and film some gorgeous footage of the birds, the ducks, the river itself, to help people connect with the river, but most importantly, to plant seeds of what can we do about it, because we really can make a difference. And so each of the people I interview, I ask them two basic questions. What is the historical perspective on the problems of the river? Because you have to first understand the history of the problem before you can make effective change. And then what can we do about it before next Tuesday?
Yeah, that's your theme. What can you do before next Tuesday? So you're really giving a call to action right now, not 20 years from now. And I like that about this project, that you're really saying you're giving little things people can do.
Well, I've always looked for proactive solutions. You know, as a lifelong environmentalist, when I'm working with kids or adults, I want to challenge them to think about how can we make little changes in our life that add up to big changes in the health of our environment. And again, I like the way you phrased it. It's not what can we do 20 years from now, but what can we do tomorrow? What can we do today? And there are so many things. I mean, here we stand surrounded by this gorgeous prairie, and prairie restoration is a very simple thing that you can go out and you can plant some of the native flowers, and because of that, you'll bring back some of the native butterflies, and because of that, you're bringing back some of the native birds, and simply planting flowers, if they're native, will set off this whole chain reaction of wonder and beauty and environmental health.
One of the other interesting things I noted about this particular film is you're pro hunting, you're pro fishing.
Well, I think as an environmentalist, there's a lot of different ways to connect with nature. And I grew up in a family where this is how we put food on the table. I mean, my father was unemployed for part of my childhood. And so probably 50% of the meat that we ate, we caught with hooks or bullets. And so fishing and hunting is a part of my Cherokee ancestry, as well as, you know, being an American. Um, and I don't think the two have to compete. Actually, Ducks Unlimited and the Wild Turkey Federation have done a lot to protect land, to provide habitat. And as our duck hunter says in the film, what's good for the ducks is good for lots of wildlife.
How has your work as a storyteller affected the balance of environment and humor and hunting?
Well, I think if you're not entertaining, people aren't going to watch. And humor, like a spoonful of sugar, helps that medicine go down. And if you can bring the facts to life, if you can make the data informative and inspiring, and I think humor is one of the best ways to do that, then people not only listen better and they'll enjoy this video, but they will also learn something without even knowing it. You know, my name is Brian Fox Ellis, and I love the Native American saying, you better watch that fox, or he might trick you into learning something.
I also know in this film we go along the banks of the Illinois River and do a lot of cleanup. You were involved with a group. Can you tell me about them and your work with that?
Well, Living Lands and Waters is one of my favorite organizations. They have literally cleaned up hundreds of tons of garbage from not just the Illinois, the Mississippi, the Missouri, the Ohio, even the Potomac and the Anacostia rivers that flow into Washington, D.C. They're based in the Quad Cities. It was started by Chad Pagracki, and I love the simplicity of his origins. He was collecting mussel shells and a commercial fisherman, and he complained to his father that the river's very polluted, and look at all this trash I'm finding on the islands, and his dad said, stop complaining and do something about it. And I love that proactive nature. He went out and single-handedly started cleaning up the shoreline along the Quad Cities. Well, the media caught wind of this, and soon this national organization has sprung up. And I was just talking to one of their employees today. She's picking up 400 trees from a nursery to replant along the river to stop erosion. And they do lots of great work, and wherever I can, I try to help them out. I've been out on several river cleanups. Just the other day, we were picking up tons of old scrap metal and tires and plastic and pop cans, and we even found a 1950s refrigerator. That's what it's going to take. It's going to take individuals making decisions that we can make a difference. So that is the theme of this video, to try to provide some concrete solutions and a little bit of inspiration, and to do that in a funny and entertaining film. You need to get out and enjoy the river, because first you have to love it. And once you fall in love with this river, then you want to learn more about it. And once you fall in love and begin to learn about the river, then you begin to care. And it's only when you begin to care that you begin to take the actions we need to do to save this gorgeous resource. I mean, right here behind us, we have a flock of white pelicans. That's just amazing to me. I love watching them hunt. You'll see 20 or 30 pelicans flapping their wings and kicking their feet and schooling the fish, chasing the minnows towards the shore. And then they open that rubbery gullet. One pelican can hold 3 to 5 gallons of water. Times 20 pelicans, I mean, that's close to 100 gallons of water and minnows. And that's just so exciting. You don't need the Nature Channel or Jacques Cousteau or National Geographic when you've got this in your backyard. So I hope that if I do nothing else, that this film encourages people to go out and enjoy the river.
Well, thank you very much, Brian. We'll go do that.
Great.